Good morning, students. Almost every one of us have a best friend in our life. A best friend plays a very important role in our overall development. We share our every problem, our happiness, everything with our best friend. So, who is your best friend? The one who just be with you in your happiness, or the one who helps you even in your hard time? I hope you all are getting my word, what I mean to say. I just want you all to say that only a friend is that a friend in need is a friend indeed. You all have heard this proverb. A friend in need is a friend indeed. So, whom will consider our best friend? The one who will never leave us even in our hard times. So, today I am going to tell you a story, a beautiful story of friendship. The two friends and the true friends. Two and true. True means correct. They were the true friends. The setting of the story is in Greek. The name of the city is Syracuse. Syracuse. There, a tyrant king, Dionysus, was, and these two friends went to that city and faced a very pathetic situation. So, let's read the chapter. A Greek legend, a very famous Greek legend, Damon and Pythias. As this is a Greek legend, so we'll read the story. The name of the writer is not mentioned. Damon and Pythias, two good friends, were traveling to Syracuse. Syracuse is the name of the Greek city, Syracuse. S Y R A C U S E. Syracuse. Okay. After a long and tiring journey, they stopped at an inn on the outskirts of the city. Once, Damon and Pythias were two friends traveling to Syracuse. And after their long and tiring journey, they decided to rest in a hotel and then start their journey. So they stopped at an inn. I-double-N inn. Inn is just like a hotel, rest house. Inn. Okay. On the outskirts of the city, not in the city, but it was in the outskirts. Let's spend the night here, said Demon. We are both hungry and tired. Demon said that as we both are hungry and tired, let's spend the night here. And we have a long trip ahead of us too. Pythias agreed. And after bathing and changing into fresh clothes, they sat down to a hot meal. After changing and uh, after bathing, they sat for their meal. Now they were joined by other travelers. Right? Just a common gathering, many of people are sitting. So exchange of words, talks. There soon they started talking about the hardships they are facing under the tyrannical king Dionysius. The name of the king is Dionysius. Dionysius. Many of man spoke in harsh whispers about his cruelty. The king was so tiring that the people were talking about him in a hushed manner, in a very slow, in a very whispering note. Why don't you do something about it? Asked Pythias. Then Pythias, a feeble spirited man, he said, why don't you do anything for this? You could go and meet him with and tell him how unhappy the citizens are. Pythias told that they should go and meet the king and make the king understand that the citizens of his city are not happy. After all, a king is like a father, stern yet loving. Pythias says that a king is just like a father. We see our father by outer side is very strict, but from the core he is very soft and very loving. In the same manner, Pythias asked the citizens that the king is just like a father, stern yet loving. So they should go and talk to the king about the hardships we are facing in his kingdom. Hush, hush, said an old man. An old man said, shh. Walls have ears. Walls have ears. दीवारों के भी कान होते हैं. Then lowering his voice even further, he continued, we can't complain about the king. Then lowering his voice, slowing down his voice, he said, we can't complain about the king. His spies are everywhere. The spies, Guptachar. The spies are everywhere. If he gets to know that you complain of his rule, you won't stay alive for very long. If the king got to know about this, that you won't be stay for a long time, won't be alive for a long time. So the old man warned Pythias not to speak anything against the tyrannical King Dionysius. Demon, knowing how headstrong his friend was, tried to restrain him. Now Demon tried to restrain his friend, tried to stop his friend telling anything about the king. He is right, Pythias, he said. Calm down. We are not citizens of Syracuse. It is none of our concern. Demon just wanted to Pythias calmed down, and that's why he said that as they are not the citizen of Syracuse, so this is none of their matter of concern. Nonsense, said Pythias. Pythias angrily said they were nonsense. We Greeks have always spoken freely. We Greeks have always spoken freely, especially against injustice. Here we came to know about the quality of Greeks. What that Greeks always speak freely against injustice. And if I have to die for speaking the truth, die I will gladly. Pythias, so spirited person, said that even if he has to die for speaking the truth, he will die gladly. There is no vacation for this. The next morning, the two friends set off for the capital, unaware that word had already reached Dionysus that a young traveler had tried to incite people to revolt against him. Exactly the same thing happened. But walls have ears, spies are everywhere. So, whatever happened last night, everything was faint to the ear of the king. As soon as they reached the gate of the city, they were surrounded by soldiers who put them in chains and dragged them before Dionysus. Which of you is Pythias? Asked the king. The soldiers of the king dragged themselves to the king. Now the king inquired, who is Pythias? Pythias stepped forward. Pythias stepped forward. So you want to teach me how to rule, do you? Said Dionysus. Dionysus said, you want to teach me how to rule? No one dares to criticize me. You shall pay for your fall. See this stern nature, the tyrannical king, the autocrat king. He said, no one dares to criticize him, and you shall pay for your fall. Throw him into the dungeon. Unafraid Pythias replied, the people were right. You are a tyrant. You were so afraid of free speech that you imprison anyone who utters a word against you. Pythias, a free will person, said, exactly, the people were saying that you are a tyrant king. And see, you are so afraid of this free speech that you get anxious and you just imprison anyone who say anything about you. King Dionysus was there with no imprisonment but death. He screamed, Pythias, for insolence you shall die. King became very angry and said, for your this insolent nature you have to die. When Damon tried to intercede on behalf of his friend, he was rudely silent. Enough, enough, said Dionysus. Pythias will die, but I am not the monster you think I am. Before you die, I grant you the last wish. Now, he said, I am not a monster, but as you think. So, I'll give you one last wish, but you have to. Let me go home to put my affairs in order and bid my family farewell. said Pythias. Pythias said, okay, so my last wish is that I'm going to go and bid my family members goodbye. I promise I'll return and you can execute me. Pythias said that he promised that he will return, and after that he can execute him. Dionysius roared with laughter as he heard this. So in your eyes I am not only a tyrant but also a fool. If I let you go, you will never come back. Now the king started, ha 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 ha, what you think? Just I'm not only a tyrant but you also think me a fool. So am I a fool? What do you think? If I let you go, then you will come back? There was a silence in the court at these words. It was broken by Dionysus. What do you mean to say, young man? Let Pythias go, your majesty. If he doesn't return on the appointed day, you can execute me. Now, it is the voice of Damon who said this. Now, Damon said, let Pythias go. I will stay here until he return, and I will stand as surety for my friend. Dionysius was amazed. Said, this is a fine entertainment. Be sure that if your friend doesn't come back, nothing can save you from dying in this place. Now, Dionysius said, wow, this is such a great entertainment, and said, if Pythias didn't return, then Damon has to pay for this. He will execute Damon. Damon looked at the king straight in the eye. When Pythias gave his word, he keeps it. See the confidence, not in himself, but in his friend. Damon is saying that if my friend has said anything, he will do it. If he has said that he will return, then I'm sure he will. Well, said the tyrant, a fool and his life are so parted. You get him out, Pythias, he said, if you don't return, your friend dies. Said, if you don't return, then your friend will die. In the days that followed, Pythias traveled over land and sea till he reached home, settled Zaphos and made his family well. Then he started on the long journey towards Syracuse. He knew that Damon would die if he were delayed. Pythias had this thing in mind that if he got delayed, Damon will die. That's why he settled all his affairs and bade goodbye to his family and started for Syracuse. But alas, poor Pythias, he was faced with misfortune at every stage. Misfortunes, bad times. It comes to anyone at any time. Now, while coming back to Syracuse, Pythias also faced this misfortune. His ship was attacked by the pirates and they robbed everything and threw the passengers overboard. Using all his strength, Pythias swam to the shore. Using all his strength, Pythias swam to the shore. But his troubles had not ended. As Syracuse was hundreds of miles away from that place, and if he had only a horse, then he can cover the distance. But see the pathetic situation. Now Pythias has no money with him, as the pirates have robbed everything. Now, Pythias decided to walk. Meanwhile, at Syracuse, Dionysius' spies reported to him daily on the health of the prisoner. Is he worried? Asked the king. Does he ask for news about his friend? No, no, your majesty, they replied. He leads a normal life. Damon was so confident and very sure that his friend will come back. So, he never asked even anything to the soldiers. But the king always asked the soldiers that what Damon is doing. Is he worried or is leading a normal life? Then they replied that no, Damon just lead a normal life. He does exercises, take his meal, and plays the flute. And at night he also sleeps well. But Damon was confident that his friend would return even as the last day of the month give to Pythias' dawned. There was no change in his behavior to his gods, grudgingly admired for him for it. Never had they seen such trust. See, the guards has never seen such trust in their life. As the day progressed, large crowds thronged the public square, awaiting a miracle that could save an innocent man from certain death. A hush fell upon the noisy crowd as with the fanfare of trumpets Dionysus arrived to take his seat in the grand tent from where he could view the proceedings in royal comfort. As the sun began its slow descent, Damon was brought out and laid before the king. Your fine friend has let you down, said Dionysus mockingly. Now, the day come. Damon was brought to town square, and the king mockingly making fun, mockingly to make fun, said, see, your friend has not returned yet, and you are about to give your life for your friend. No, replied Damon, the sun is yet to set. But Damon said, no, the sun is yet to set. Take him to the center of the square, ordered the king. Then he returned to the executioner. Behead him as soon as the sun sets. But he ordered the executioner to behead him as soon as the sun sets. Damon walked straight and sure behind the soldiers. The sky was filled with a rosy glow as the moment the sunset approached. The executioner raised his sword high and was about to bring it down in one sure swoop. Then a cry rang out. As soon as the executioner just started his sword, then a cry just rang out. Stop for God's sake! Stop, I am you. Stop for God's sake. I am you. Pythias has arrived. His clothes were in tatters and his feet were bleeding from walking miles without shoes. Pythias has covered the 100-mile journey in barefoot. That's why his feet were bleeding His clothes were in tatters, and with hunger and with exhaustion that made him a thin man, a shadow of himself. The crowd cheered as the true friend embarrassed. Now, all the crowds cheered. Everyone got happy that the two friends met again. Dionysius was amazed. Dionysius was also amazed to see this, swept by emotion, and he got so emotional that time that he approached the two friends. You shall not die, said the king. See, the tyrant king Dionysus now become an emotional man and said that you will not die. I would give my kingdom for a friend like either of you. But he said that he can give his kingdom even to a friend like either of them. Demon, you were ready to lay down your life for 5 years and he suffered greatly to prevent your death. Go home in peace. Years from now, people will remember you as true friends. See, the tyrannical king now become a very soft-hearted king, and he said, "Go home now. Years from this, people will remember you for your friendship, and they will regard you as true friends." And to this day, people remember their true friendship. And it's still now that we read this Greek legend Damon and Pythias and we come to know about the true friendship between these two friends. Yes, true friendship, trust. Trust. Very necessary. See the trust and confidence. And a very good thing, but I feel that trust, if we have trust and confidence, then even we can move, we can turn anything. Like, see how the mind of this tyrannical king changed. First, he wanted to execute, but after seeing the confidence on each other and the love and trust between them, he said, I can give my kingdom for either of you. See, so this is the very, I feel very nice after reading this. I hope you all like this story. So this is the very good and very nice story about two good friends. I hope you all really enjoyed reading this story. So I'm just telling you just word meaning. Okay. Tyrannical. Tyrannical is very cruel and unfair. The very cruel and unfair, but powerful. Powerful. Spies. Spies are those people who are paid to collect information secretly. Restrain. Restrain means to stop. Incite means to urge someone to do something. Free speech, the right to express one's opinion freely. Livid is extremely angry, furious. Insolence is extremely rude. Pirates are the sea robbers who loot and attack on the boats. Fanfare. Fanfare is a short, loud piece of music which is played to. In tatters, tatters means torn and razzed. So, this is the full story of Demon and Pythians. Read again this story and memorize all the word meanings. So, thank you and have a nice day.